The Justice League versus Godzilla versus King Kong has been heating up, and today we're going to tell you the latest story where all hell breaks loose. Superman was defeated by Godzilla when he attempted to save Shazam. Godzilla was then imprisoned under the ocean by Aquaman using nth metal chains. Meanwhile, the Legion of Doom with Lex Luthor has rebuilt Mecha-Godzilla so that Lex Luthor can pilot him. On top of that, the League of Assassins has used the Lazarus Pit to revive their own Titan. On top of that, there are 3 Titans now moving towards Metropolis ready to destroy it because there is no Godzilla to stomp them. And the Justice League still doesn't have Superman. To make matters worse, King Kong and Supergirl are being mind-controlled by Grodd. So what could possibly go wrong next? A lot of stuff, so you need to stick around and check out today's episode of Comicstorian, where I dramatically read comic books to you so you know what's going on in the world of comics. If you end up enjoying this and you want to keep this channel going, consider joining our Patreon, where you get early access to a lot of content and exclusive content. Now, let's get into Godzilla vs. the Justice League vs. King Kong issue number 5. It's been 10 days since the Titans first appeared on Earth. Cyborg has gathered a large number of Earth's heroes at the Justice League Watchtower. Images of the mighty Titans appearing on the monitor screens behind him. I wish I could say the worst is behind us, but Superman is down, Supergirl is missing, and Shazam is likely a hostage to the Legion of Doom. We're no closer to finding Toyman and the Dreamstone than we were a week ago. Cyborg tells them with a sigh, but Arthur steps forward. But it's not all bad news. He explains that the repairs to the Atlantis dome are almost complete and that Godzilla is still chained within the trench, unable to break through the nth metal shackles. We haven't been able to hurt Godzilla so far, but for now, he can't hurt us either. Cyborg agrees, and Flash points at a global map, reminding everyone that the other Titans are still headed towards Metropolis. They're drawn to a mysterious signal located in the city, and it doesn't have its protector to save it anymore. This doesn't feel like much of a victory. We're gonna lose Metropolis at this rate. Green Arrow nods, pointing out that they've lost sight of Kong on Skull Island. Okay, wait, so we lost track of a 300-foot gorilla and the entire League of Assassins? Nightwing asks in shock as he turns to Batman. But everyone knows that the League will show their heads soon, as will Luthor and the Legion of Doom. Batman nods, turning to the rest of the heroes. And we'll be ready, he growls, ordering the heroes to prepare themselves for the final battle against the Titans. We're going to make our stand in Metropolis, he says as he turns, walking out of the room. But he pauses briefly to look in on Lois as she sits by Superman's side, the Man of Steel still unconscious within the solar chamber after being hit by Godzilla's breath, being taken down as he attempted to save Billy Batson, Shazam. But Lois is asleep, unaware that the Dark Knight has peeked in on her. Later, she awakens, rubbing her eyes, before glancing towards Clark, only to find the pod now empty. Elsewhere in the world, the Legion of Doom, its ranks now filled with several more villains, are preparing to join Luthor in Metropolis. It's there that he awaits the Titans' arrival, now armed with a mighty Mecha-Godzilla. With Mecha-Godzilla at my disposal, I am the apex Titan they will bow down to, Lex promises the other villains. As the sun begins to rise over the Metropolis skyline, the Titans have arrived. But Lex stands tall in the Mecha-Godzilla, prepared to fight, prepared to defend Metropolis. But he turns in surprise as another mech stomps forward. Oh, now this is interesting. Of course, Batman would build his own giant robot for a giant kaiju fight. Lex scoffs, but Batman isn't alone. The Green Lanterns of Earth are flying over his shoulder, and as Mecha Bat engages Mecha Godzilla, they form their own light construct mech. Green Lanterns assemble! Jessica Cruz shouts to her teammates. Green Lantern Robo! They all cheer. Green Robo engages the Crab Spider, while Donna and Diana leap into battle against the Behemoth, with Aquaman and Hawkgirl fighting against Tiamat. During this, Nightwing is leading the other heroes against the Legion of Doom on the ground. Twin bat planes soaring over the city, but they both suddenly transform into their own mini-mechs. Those bat planes are more than meets the eye, as they open fire on Tiamat to help Hawkgirl and Aquaman from being eaten. Bullseye! Jason shouts as he fires out of the mech, but suddenly there's a red streak and Donna is knocked out of the sky by a powerful Kryptonian punch. Wonder Woman looks up in shock. as Kara, aka Supergirl, prepares her next attack. Kara, what's gotten into you? Diana demands. But the ground shakes as Kong now arrives, controlled by Gorilla Grodd. Grodd, the villain growls, wearing his Kryptonian-tipped crown. At Grodd's direction, Kong beats his chest, rushing at the green Robo. Wait, the Monarch files said that Kong's supposed to be on our side, Hal points out, but John nods, motioning to Kara. So is Supergirl. I'm beginning to think they switched sides. Green Robo delivers several punches to Kong's face, beating the ape back. But King Kong grabs a hold of the construct's arm, tearing it off! And as it's torn off, Guy Gardner's willpower wanes as he falls to the ground, defeated. Oh man, that's gonna leave a mark. Guy gasps as he struggles to his feet. But he looks up just as Grodd leaps through the air, slamming him into the ground, breaking the concrete with Guy's face. Grodd just killed Guy! Kyle shouts in shock. Kong then hits the green Robo again, shattering the construct, sending each lantern down to the ground. Finish the lanterns, Grodd orders his apes. But Aquaman leaps in their way, preparing his trident. Grodd snarls at him. Kill the fishman too. You're welcome to try, Aquaman snaps. The Legion and the League rush at each other, preparing for their final battle. Kong turns, rushing at Mecha Bat, grabbing a hold of him while Mecha Godzilla continues to pummel them. Beast Boy sees this and realizes this is right in his lane. He transforms, becoming a massive ape, punching Kong. But Supergirl easily knocks Gar out before he can really do anything. The heroes realize that the Kryptonite crown is how Grodd is controlling Supergirl, and they rush to get it away from the villain. Damian whirling the little bat mech as Jason opens fire, shooting 50 caliber rounds, knocking the crown from Grodd's head. Now free of his control, Kara and Kong seem to be in a daze. I think we've been on the wrong side, she says as she turns to the massive ape. But things are only getting worse now. Diana shouts to her friends that something else has arrived from the sea. The resurrected skull crawlers controlled by the League of Assassins. Meanwhile, a streak of power flies across the sky, crashing into the ocean. It hurtles through the deep until it comes to Godzilla, where he's chained at the deep trench. The mighty Titan looks up, its eyes glowing at the newcomer. Godzilla, we have some unfinished business, Superman says, having recovered to the King of the Monsters. And that is issue 5. Now, this story will be coming into its conclusion next month. We are done with this one. So if you want to see the finale, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will be back very soon.